The path to Texas's independence is a topic stirring much conversation and controversy. On Saturday, state leaders voted against putting a proposal to have Texas secede from the U.S. before voters. This measure, which would have put the issue on the March 1st primary ballot, would have essentially been an opinion poll, and it would not have legally forced Texas to secede. Still, it's got a lot of folks talking, and that's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Fox 26 Facebook page, as well as Twitter. You can tweet us using the hashtag Fox26forlife. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel, led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico, our news analyst, Mustafa Tamiz, and public policy analyst, Jackie Bally. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
All right, so I guess the defeat was expected here. It stirred a lot of heated debate. No debating those Sam Houston State Bearcats.
That's
though,
right. There was only one defeat yesterday in Texas because the best university in Texas won again over McNeese State, moving back to another national championship bid. All right, here we go. Another in-depth sports report by Chris Tritico. Thank you. You know, it stuns me that the Texas Republican Party would again put this up for a vote, even among the party leadership, to decide if they're going to put it on the ballot. We already tried this once, as I recall from high school history. It didn't work so well the first time. And to break up the United States of America at a critical time when we have this worldwide war on terror going on, I think it's a dangerous thing to even talk about, Mustafa Tamiz, for the Republican Party to again put this up, to even talk about putting it as a ballot measure.
Look, I mean, there's a lot to be proud of in Texas. Our rich history, our rugged individualism, our football, our barbecue. There's an endless amount of things to be proud of.
Sam Houston State University.
Sam Houston State University, right? But secession movement is anti-American and not pro-Texas. And that's something that we should be clear about.
Jackie, what do you think? I mean, this is the second time they've done this in, I think, 4 years.
Clarification, there were 2 defeats yesterday. University of Houston did
That's
all right.
I meant to say that.
Look, this was just an opinion poll, and actually what it was symbolic of the frustration that Texans have with the current direction of our government, our national government. We have seen mishandling in the ISIS crisis. We've been very critical, as we should be, of the president's and the national administration's journey with the immigration policies. And so this was our way of saying, look, we are very frustrated with the direction of our national government, our federal leaders, most importantly the president in those 2 areas. And it was an opinion poll, and guess what? If it actually would have been there, I think a majority of residents of Texans who are so frustrated with what's going on when we talk about ISIS and we talk about terrorism, I guarantee you they would have said, we agree with this because we're so frustrated. It's symbolic for that reason.
Unfortunately, I agree with you that had the Republicans put this on the ballot, most of the Republicans in Texas would have voted to secede.
Most Texans would. My statement is most Texans would.
It would only have been a Republican measure. And so,
but it would have been on the ballot for everyone.
No, it wouldn't. It would only been in the Republican primary. And the fact that most Republicans would vote to secede from the Union at a time when Republicans claim this is the greatest country in the world and we are Americans all the way, sends a mixed signal to those that we are fighting.
Well, my statement is all Americans are very frustrated with the direction of the federal government. I'm seeing Democrats as well as Republicans saying they are frustrated with the direction of our government, especially with on terrorism.
When Barack Obama took office, a group of Republicans met the night he was inaugurated and said, we will fight him every step of the way. Is this a natural extension of that?
No, seceding from the Union is not natural to anything. We've had, currently, our junior senator is running for the President of the United States. How can we secede from the Union when our junior senator, many people in Texas that support him would be voting to secede? It makes no sense. This is not pro-Texas. This is anti-American to have a secession movement.
What's the effect on the country when the rest of the world sees the United States might break up?
Well, it hasn't.
And quite frankly, over there, across the ocean, they don't see that this is just some ballot measure in Texas. They see the United States breaking up.
Well, it's not just some ballot. I mean, this is a non-binding vote. on our ballot, this is not just like an opinion poll. Opinion poll is something when you call people up and you survey and say, what do you think about this issue? That's an opinion poll.
But I think
when you put it on the ballot, it's a non-binding resolution.
I think you're missing the point. It's not an opinion poll of just Republicans. Republicans and Democrats are frustrated with the direction of our government, of our national government.
But it's only the Republican Party that's pushing this ballot measure.
But if you look at polls, you will see Democrats and Republicans are frustrated.
She's monitoring our social media.
Woman from the Republican Executive Committee who put this to a vote, Tonya Robertson, posted this on her Facebook page, and this is a letter that she got from a man named Tony, and Tony says that it's an important issue for him, and he will not be basing future votes on the Republican Party's decision in this matter, he says, but he'll be saddened if his party doesn't allow him and other Texans to at least have a voice and a vote, and that's what she's saying here.
Well, then I guess Tony is sad today.